these things, and I think it's more the moment. These guys came from Woods of Delaware. Where was you from?
Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's
Man, it's your boy D-Mac, man. Fire Nice Podcast.
Let me see him. Let me see him.
Duh, yo.
What y'all put my pinky?
Into your one. Cameron Noble. Welcome. It's Tuesday night. One Take Titans, Live Legends. It's a Fire Nights experience. Thought-provoking black culture journey through sports, entertainment, current events, politics, social media.
Yeah.
It's out there. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Yeah.
The kid here was cracking.
The four horsemen of the podcast world is back, man. It's your boy P. Yeah. Martin Luther, Burger King. Malcolm X Lard. Am I right? My boy B Matt.
Yeah.
How you feeling today, bro?
Well, you know.
How you feeling today, bro?
Well, you know.
Cool. And to my left and my right, you're right and your left. The world renowned and esteemed. Show's namesake Fire Nights.
With the loud ass cheer.
Yo, every week. Every week. What's good, people? What's good, people?
Unintentional sound effect. It's your favorite night of the week, man. Y'all can be anywhere in the world, but y'all fucking with the guys, man.
We
Boys is
appreciate
back.
that.
Live from Studio 7. Shout out to East Square Cigar Lounge.
AKA.
3616 Kirkwood High.
Yeah.
Shout out O. Shout out O.
Okay.
How y'all feeling, man? Anything pressing? We got a lot of things to cover, so we're gonna jump right into it, man. How y'all feeling?
That's good.
We got some things to cover.
Oh shit.
Some things that I'm pretty sure are gonna garner some very heated exchange and opinions.
I'm
Right.
reading
The jank. The goddamn
We
jank.
know.
I can't see him on my phone.
We know.
Damn.
He had to tell everybody though.
What?
He had to tell
Everybody
everybody.
know I got a flip phone.
Oh shit.
I ain't hiding the fact that I got a
Fuck
flip
that shit.
phone.
Fuck that shit, yo.
Real live.
Fuck that shit.
That's the new thing.
Yeah, just not to be confused with new
I
shit.
don't be hiding that job.
And you hide that jump by
John
I
Young.
ain't hiding that jump.
Man,
Listen, man, let's jump right into it, man.
say less.
Fresh, what's got you on fire, bro? What's got you on fire, man?
You know, before we go to the Fresh on Fire, man, I just want to talk to all my people out there. You know, my man, he did his best, came back from Bucharest.
Yeah.
You know, all my people in Bangor, Maine, out to Barcelona, Spain.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give y'all a hello and how are ya?
That part.
Yeah.
What's got you on fire, bro?
Ah, well.
Oh.
What's got me on fire this week, I guess I'll preface this by saying, maybe it's you.
Oh shit. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
You don't want it to be me.
It's me? What I do?
It's going to be you.
Damn.
Shit. Maybe it's me.
All right, yeah.
To me, man, it's too many grown ass people
Mm-hmm.
with trust issues and fake friends. Maybe you have a trait that judges people wrong.
Mm.
Maybe you shouldn't give the passcodes to your crib to somebody you just met 2 weeks ago whose middle name you don't know.
True.
The people who be looking around talking about, oh, I'm a Cancer, Zodiac. Oh, I'm a Cancer. So
People still do Zodiac?
yeah, I'm a Cancer. I love hard. So pardon me, I'm a Cancer.
People love blaming their.
I don't think you understand, man. That goes off the lunar calendar. It depends on where you was born at. You might be an asshole or you might be a saint. Don't put too much into that.
That shit weird.
But the thing that kind of just really throws me off is the people who say, well, that's how I was raised. What? But you almost 40 damn years old now.
Man.
You shouldn't have shit going on like that. You should know better. I just keep it real and I tell it how it is. I'm a Cancer,
You talking about somebody specific.
Yeah. Okay, Cancer too.
Somebody I'm saying they would have said that. I'm a Cancer.
But they'll be the ones to tell you, man, come on, man, you got the wrong shirt on. You like, what you talking? You could have said, hey, good brother, what? Let us pick something different. Something to accentuate you a little bit better. You can say the same thing a different way. You just want to be an asshole. So all those people out there who be blaming stuff on the Zodiac, all those people out there that be talking about, that's how I was raised. All these grown people with trust issues and fake friends over and over and over again. I implore you to go on your bed from look into that mirror, look inside yourself, because maybe it's you. And that's who's got pressure on fire.
Okay. You know what got ice on fire?
Shit. Wait.
Man, got his shit cut. Oh, my family, my baby got his joint cut.
Damn it.
That nigga went retro. That nigga went retro on it, man.
My baby got his joint cut.
Retro on it.
Don't me like that. Don't me like that. Y'all see me, yo?
That nigga went straight retro on us, man. I'm mad because this nigga got an option though. That's crazy. This nigga got hairline and hair. That's crazy.
That's some bullshit.
That's absurd.
I know
That's a flex though. I'm gonna cut my hair down. I ain't gonna cut it all. I'm gonna cut it down.
That wasn't the plan though. That was the game plan was though. Man, we gonna go get 5 or 6 headbands because we're gonna get this thing cut all the way off. Headbands. You know what I'm saying? He's just gonna be scully bald. I gotta put something on it, but I wasn't gonna wear a hat. But
hat still.
Yeah, but I think I just got a haircut, I'm not throwing a hat on. I don't care if it's bald head, bald head. I'm not letting it breathe. I'm letting it go out with it. Yeah, so I can sort of with my long time esteemed, trusted brother in cosmetology and cutlery, R&B salon.
Shout out.
My bro Rick, he was like, we ain't got to go there. I said, well, all right, well. Let me know what I'm working with.
Barber is man's best friend, man. I'm telling you, Barber bring you back.
Shout out R&B.
Here we are.
Let's ask you. Shout out to Hot Booker on the check-in.
Hi,
It needs me gold.
Hot Booker with the educator.
It needs me gold.
So, let's jump right into it. The funniest shit of the week. Did anybody hear the Melly Mel this?
John.
Nah.
I didn't hear that, John.
I mean, you still want your eardrums. That shit was terrible.
Though. Is it cool for Eminem to diss Melly Mel?
We'll talk about that. Table that.
Man,
let's save that. Let's save that. Because we dovetail into that. Let's save that. Because as I'm clowning Melly Mel for that debacle of a diss, there is some praise.
Eminem?
Oh yeah, he did. And that shit was like, that shit was awful.
It was. I'm gonna get you. You're white boy.
It probably sounded like I would just sit there like, oh, that's how you I'm shaving like to your 77.
He hit him with that.
Get in the ring. I'll beat you down. raw. With the raw.
Oh, he didn't do
Yo, he tried. He tried.
He didn't do that.
He tried. He tried to
He probably spit ass in there one time.
Yo, it's actually.
I ain't never heard it. I've been seeing
It
it.
sound even worse. All right, hold on.
Shit, who you think you're talking to, white boy? Oh, really, man? Oh, time out. Let me just ask y'all this though. If this was
81.
85, would that been bumping?
Yup.
But that shit was bumping. Oh, I'm just saying, as an overall piece of work, that shit was
Okay.
a Melly Mel rap. A Melly Mel rap. That's a high.
All right.
That's probably his third best song ever. No. You put it in that context, no.
Yeah, okay. When you put it in that context, look, you had a lot of context to that, man. Like, I mean, God damn, you basically set it up so it couldn't fail.
Third best ever.
Man, that nigga is 70.
I mean, perhaps it could be third best ever.
That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to
So-
Melly Mel, but that wasn't it, man.
He got a rap style. Eminem gonna do it, same shit too. That shit ain't hitting either.
I didn't say it was, but that
ain't hitting no more.
That shit's terrible, though, bro.
That's why he don't sell no more.
I don't know if he just made that shit or he made that shit like
Yo,
then.
man,
Man,
I ain't made that shit right
I
now.
don't know. I'm not sure.
Like that shit.
I'm not sure.
This decade.
Like, because it sounded exactly like he sounded.
Because he don't know how to rap.
He made that shit like in July, motherfucker. That's what he
I did that shit a few days ago, motherfucker. That
Well, I would
that
say a
shit
few days ago, but I would say he probably started making that rap in July.
And that's how he rap. It wasn't horrible though.
okay.
That shit was terrible.
I
It
guess
wasn't terrible, but it sure enough wasn't what anybody was looking for.
that shit was dated. But what you wasn't terrible. That's what I'm saying. No matter what he would have said. How
You sound like today.
but he rap like that.
It's not like they unfroze you from a cryogenic chamber, motherfucker. It's not like they unfroze you, motherfucker. You've been alive since hip hop has evolved. Like, you've been alive.
He's the only person that's
That's why he ain't rapping. Man, just call me for them old school tours. I ain't making no songs. But when I make a song, you're gonna get the Melly Mel flow.
We'll get me.
I
I nigga said, huh.
I mean, I'm not mad at you. But
yeah.
I knew that was going to be
it better than that shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. He just it just sound dated. It just sound dated.
Just don't do
That
this shit.
goofy.
the music ain't have to be as dated as it was.
Really
You
did.
feel what I'm saying?
And that's what I think, you might hit
Can't
the
rap over no the music was so shit.
That's all he got.
He was rapping over motherfucking EPs and LPs.
That's his wheelhouse. That's a real life.
No, baby, he
Rapping before.
Now he's a super goat, but at certain points, you're like, all right, you stepped up there with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then even got come back because a lot. Even he said, you know what, man? I think I missed with my approach. Even he said that. No, like he hearing that. I'm like,
if I'm Eminem, what's the point?
right,
I'm not
and I heard the
so
song.
compelled to come back at you.
I heard the song. I'm like, I feel like you, but he knew he missed the mark.
Eminem did some verse.
Yeah.
I've never even realized that even the beat is fucking dated. That might be the whole. That may be the whole.
That's in there.
You can't rap off no real beat.
That's what I'm saying.
Hold on, but wait.
If you say,
Are you like why can't you like it's rap? Like if you're a pioneer and you've seen this thing over the last 50 years, you have zero adaptability? None? Like
That's what I'm saying. Like,
A lot of them don't. That's why they don't rap no more.
like,
That's what I'm saying. A lot of them don't rap no more because they don't, you know what I mean? Their whole thing was not sounding like nobody else.
yeah, we could have did.
So I'm not going back to this style and all that.
it's not about sounding like them. It's just like but sounding like you rapping today. That shit don't sound like you rapping today. That sounds exactly like you was rapping 50 years ago.
That's all he got, bro.
everything,
I can
the
dig it.
music,
That's all,
change,
that's all
everything.
he got, bro.
I can dig it.
I ain't mad at him.
So listen, I got a question for y'all. I need y'all to choose one. Out of these four, who had the most smoke for each other?
We didn't get to why Eminem.
Nah,
them
we're gonna talk about
first.
that later. We're gonna talk about that
We
later.
on the subject.
Because we got something. Listen, man. Do I narrate this thing or what?
Oh shit. Yo, let him narrate, nigga.
Do I narrate? We coming back to it, bro. There's a because you brought up something that's gonna need to be discussed during. See, this is why. See, this is part of reading table of contents. See?
Table content.
Trust your boy, man.
Interesting.
Trust your boy, man.
Trust your boy, God. It's crazy.
You don't trust your boy, man?
Trust your folks.
Yeah.
People. Man.
So out of these four, man, who had the most smoke for each other? Al Bundy and Marcy, J.J. Evans and Thelma, Sanford, Fred G. Sanford, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fred Sanford
Going places.
and Esther,
Yep.
or Martin and Gina.
Martin
Martin and Gina.
Martin and Pan.
Me, Martin and Pam?
Martin and Pam, I'm sorry.
The most what?
The most smoke for each other.
Esther
Oh,
and
that's
Fred G.
Fred G.
Know what I'm saying. That's the only right answer.
She almost sent that man in the cardiac a couple times, man. Just thought,
I think they was only like cool one episode.
yeah, Martin and Pam been cool a couple times.
Yeah. When they was out in the
But what Marcy and Al had smoke for each other every time too.
Now that's I'm not gonna lie, man. He's one of my 4 favorite dads ever. Albert.
They had smoke for each
Oh
other.
my
Cause
god, I love fucking Albert.
they've done physical harm to each other.
No, they ain't fucking with Esther and Fred G.
That's
Man,
fancy. That's
Nah, nigga, you forgot what?
I remember a crazy.
Nah, whoa. You forgot George and Florence, nigga.
That's what I said.
That's another one.
Crazy.
That's another one.
Behind Fred and Esther.
Fred and
nigga.
Esther? George and Florence.
George and Florence got it in, nigga.
I think she ate George though a lot.
She ate him
George a
He
lot.
ate him more than he ate her, but
Yeah,
He's like, man, you the help. Wheezy on my back. All right, I ain't gonna reach you. You know what I'm saying?
It would be time. It would be time. And he had no retort.
You know who was disrespectful to a mug though? Man, Archie.
Yo,
and the son, the stepson. Oh, yo, he used to just cold talk.
Yeah, he's so crazy.
Yeah, they was rough.
yo,
To that boy.
They was rough.
Yo, he used to talk crazy to that boy.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yo.
I think about Archie was rough. There you go.
Yeah,
Archie was rough to his wife though. Everybody got it when it came to Archie.
yeah.
Everybody got it. George got it.
Yeah, he ain't had no picks, though.
George, everybody got it. He was a quintessential grumpy old man. Literally.
Grumpy racist old.
Yeah. And didn't hide it at all.
I ain't give a fuck about that
He
shit.
wasn't grumpy.
He right. He was just racist.
He
Fuck it.
just being
That
a
summed
white
it up.
person.
Yeah, that summed
in
it
the
up.
60s and
Oh,
70s.
shit.
Why the hell I gotta like black people and
I mean, he just stay in there, please, and I'll stay in there. Nothing wrong with that. Some shit like that. I like segregation.
somebody that is back when you friend could be that. I could be somebody's friend like that. No, I couldn't be his fuck. No, they said with his honesty, I could see me being friends with him. I'm like, no, I couldn't be friends with fucking
Honesty is about triggering you.
Cool on that.
Nah, triggering you with his honesty, man. That's not honesty.
we're gonna have one, or we're gonna have a couple up until he say something crazy, and then we'll have no more running. So it ain't gonna be no more show.
He's a habitual line stepper.
Yeah, wrong,
He erase your line.
wrong.
Yeah, he's habitual with it. Like he don't care. There is no line. Oh, that's your line? Oh man, psh. I'm going way over your line. Disrespect your line. So listen. There's a few stories that came out over the past couple weeks, and one that one that came out over the past couple weeks, and one that I found, and I thought they were both kind of poignant, and it goes into the care that our Black women get, right?
Mm.
Did y'all hear about the story about the
Yep.
woman delivering the baby that got decapitated during birth?
Yep. The saddest part to me, well, not the saddest part, but what really made it extra bad to me was that the doctor was Black. That pissed me off.
What you mean decapitated at the hospital?
Listen,
Giving birth?
the lady was giving birth, right? And you know, she pushing, the head comes out, right? And there's, I forget the name of it, but when the shoulders get stuck, there's a name for that. The shoulders were stuck.
Mhm.
At which point the doctor is supposed to take her to the operating room, cut her, and do a C-section. The doctor was like, no. And just went ham. They heard shit cracking and all type of shit, right? They finally took her to the operating room, cut her, did a C-section. They pulled the baby out by her feet. Everything came out but the head. Baby
that's
decapitated.
Baby, that wasn't too
Not a
much.
baby.
First, I was like, "Whoa, why the lady
The
get birth
head had to come out of the vagina.
Yeah.
Gave birth to the head, and everything else came out of the C-section.
But the crazy part is the cover up.
It's crazy.
The cover up. They kind of like attached the baby's head back to the body and kind of led the mother to believe that the baby was stillborn.
That's fucked up.
Hold on. So was this the man? This wasn't the CO lady, right?
No.
Nah.
Okay.
And a separate story. Well,
Okay.
it all goes
Okay, well,
to
that's what I'm saying.
the
Like,
care that women of color are
wow.
dealing with. So the other story was that a Texas prison guard complained of stomach pain. She was pregnant. She was like 7-8 months pregnant, and they didn't allow her to leave. So they delayed for hours and hours on end, and she finally got to the hospital and delivered a stillborn baby. So she's in turn suing, the Texas prison system for their neglect and being sensitive to her situation, because the baby could have very well been saved, but with their unspecified delays or whatever have you. Wow.
I'm not understanding why people are taking these liberties in childbirth like this, man. I mean,
Think about this though. I know a baby is a baby, right? It's very soft and brittle, but to remove the head from the body, there's still skin and like how hard do you have to be pulling?
man, I'm sitting here thinking like, babies are tough. You know what I'm saying? Kids are tough. They fall and all this kind of stuff. How grotesque and heinous was these lurches and snatches of this baby for you to detach the head?
Right.
Entirely.
Right.
Entirely.
The fact that you're a doctor and you even kept pulling, like even I know I ain't never delivered a baby in my life. Obviously, never gave birth to a baby. But I happen to know that when the shoulders are stuck, it's not coming out. You have to then do a C-section. Like the fact that the doctor just kept pulling, like what the fuck?
Well, they don't
That's
teach
murder, dog.
They don't teach that in medical school either. So you know that whatever
Murder.
Oh, it's definitely murder. But whatever made you do that, you came with that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? There is no.
Yeah.
Oh, pull them out. Oh,
Yeah. That's
There is no playbook in medical school that says that.
Yeah,
so it's hard to find.
But that's
what people got in their hearts until shit like this happened.
That's just human concern and care and just common sense.
Like what he's saying, you can't teach that.
Yanking on you're yanking on a. I'll give them the benefit. I'll give them the slightest benefit of the doubt, and let's just say that this was just a freak 1 out of 10 million, where there was a birth defect which caused. At a certain point where you're pulling and yanking, like you don't like when you feel it's just not happening. Like at some point, does it click? I may be hurting the baby.
As a doctor, it has to. This is what this is what you do.
That's your role. You're paid to gauge safety foremost for the mother and the child, right? So, at what point did that go out the window and you just said, "I'm getting this baby out vaginally"?
To his point, it was never there. The doctor herself doesn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like you were saying, you can't teach empathy. You can't teach a motherfucker to want to give a fuck about the person that's on that table. They just don't. She just didn't give a fuck.
They teach you the proper procedures of what's supposed to happen in this situation. They said, "Nah, fuck that.
Yep.
We don't get this motherfucker out."
Shout out Jab, put on a check-in.
There is no medical procedure that says yank this motherfucker.
She said, "Let's get it." Shout out
Or
Loco
get
on
the
the
baby
check-in.
out by all means, or some shit like that. Like
when this happens, you go to Plan B. They said, "Nah, strap the plate." LeBron, he called the plate. Strap the plate.
I don't feel like a C-section.
I ain't got time for that.
I don't feel like doing a C-section.
I'm getting this baby out.
There is a B. Go to B. They went to Plaid. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoa, what happened? So
She went to fuck that.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like you go to A to B to C. It went to A to Plaid. Like, what just happened?
So I'm thinking about this. I'm
Fucked
gonna read this next, and it just brings into question a whole umbrella of deceit. So when the mother and father demanded to see and hold their baby, the hospital staff told them they weren't allowed to touch or hold the baby.
What's this?
They only allowed them to view the child. During the viewing, the baby was wrapped tightly in a blanket with his head propped on top of his body in a manner such that those viewing him could not identify that he had been decapitated.
They always say the crime ain't never the biggest thing, it's the cover up.
And okay, so you have one egregious act. Now you have another whole scale cover up. And then here's the other kicker. They sent the baby to the morgue, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the instructions were, cremate. But the funeral home, doing their due diligence, noticed something wrong. Like, wait.
Something ain't right.
Called the parents and said, you want the baby to be cremated. And said, hey, I think you need to get down here and look at this. Okay. And that's how the whole thing was. That's how they found out. So imagine.
That's crazy, dog.
You deliver a baby and you're led to believe that it was a stillborn baby or, the baby was dead. You go home and then days later come to find out that the baby wasn't dead. It was killed.
I mean, it's dead.
The baby was dead.
The difference between dying and being killed.
It was murdered during birth.
This gross malpractice and negligence.
Gross.
And then a massive cover-up.
That's fucked up.
Could you imagine if, let's say, if the funeral home would have never done their due diligence and went through with what they were, instructed to do?
We would never know.
And not only that, they're complicit as well in that situation.
Loosely, if they go along,
because if it's found out, then they're complicit. Because as a parent, I'm thinking, well, damn, how did you, cremate the baby without my instructions? I didn't want that. And why didn't you notify me when you saw the baby's condition? It just brings up a whole litany of questions.
They never seen the baby before it went to the funeral home.
What they said was, "Here, you missed this. This is crazy. This is wild."
Right.
When the parents demanded to see the baby, the hospital staff told them they weren't allowed to touch or hold the baby, only allowed to see the baby, through a window or whatever have you. And during the viewing, the baby was wrapped tightly in a blanket with the head propped on the body in a manner to fool them to think that the body was intact. So they saw the baby, but the way that the baby was displayed, it was like, you're not thinking. I honestly say that a decapitated baby is probably the last thing I would think of.
Ever.
That's just crazy.
Ever.
I mean, I might be naive, but I would have trusted sort of
The doctor,
like they said.
Dr. Julian.
I ain't gonna lie, Saint.
Dr. St. Julian,
Yeah,
where this
of
happened?
Black Lake, Georgia.
I would have probably gave them the benefit of the doubt and not question things. But depending on St. Julian, I had to be with you for a while for you even to be a St. Julian. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go there, but they was black, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, she was black.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. I probably, if I got that far with you into the process, I probably would have trusted what you said was true until the people called me with the other one.
I just can't even imagine hearing that.
Their name gonna be on that damn hospital, man. It gotta be. They gonna own that hospital. That's crazy.
They better. Where Benji Crump
Well, see,
I'm pretty sure he'll probably jump in.
Where Benji at?
no,
This is a black doctor, so he might not. I don't know if he.
I don't know about what they even call
I don't know if they're gonna hitch his.
It's not a civil rights thing. I don't think.
now, was this at a doctor's office or
No,
was
it's
this at a
hospital.
private? Okay.
I think it's because of malpractice instead of civil rights.
Negligence. Yeah. This is
Now, it may not be the hospital's fault of malpractice because a lot of doctors deliver at hospitals who give their services out. We're like, oh, cuz we let you use the
and not
facilities.
necessarily work there. That's true.
Right, yeah, you know what I'm saying? A lot of doctors don't work there, but they deliver babies all over the place.
absolutely.
Shout out Liz Cole on the check-in.
I just seen on the news they grade hospitals grade stop delivering babies.
Damn.
Where they going?
What's the
You must have to do that shit, doctors. Your doctor's coming.
office?
Yeah.
They might be trying to get out of the liability business. Like,
That make
they're
sense.
suing our hospital,
Yeah.
and it's you down there pulling motherfucking babies out by the.
That makes perfect sense.
I would probably-
that ought to do last night.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah, from a hospital.
Hospitals trying
Yeah,
to
I
get out the charity
some degree.
business.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's-
because I would.
Not saying this happens often, but
Not that. And this other shit happens though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and now that I think about it, my wife, I've been to the gynecologist office with her many times. Never at the hospital unless we giving birth. You know what I'm saying? So it's always at the office. So they don't, I just deliver the babies here, come check on you if you got some type of stuff like that. So yeah, Christiana Karen wants you motherfucking suing them for this motherfucker over here.
Yep,
Dr. Ramsey's fucking around. Dr. St. Julian fucking around.
It's a trauma hospital.
could-
Thank you, Jab Penn.
Hello. Baby, see, that's why we got the best audience in the world.
Spirit Warriors.
Spirit Warrior, salute.
so in the case of the young lady that was held up and delayed the childbirth, which ultimately resulted in death, how much liability do you think the prison would have in that situation?
I think they'll find a loophole, man. If I'm being honest, because I've seen a lot of shit that prison's done, man, and they're rarely held liable. So I don't think there's gonna be too big of consequences for them.
To the naked eye, is that definitely a correlation, but it's really hard
Can
to.
she prove that?
Yeah,
Had she got there an hour earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. It's hard to prove.
You're gonna have to possibly.
there's benefit of the doubt there.
Yeah.
Well,
And working in a prison, there's certain protocols that they got to go through to get out of the prison. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
true. Yeah, I would assume they just can't up and leave their post. Somebody gotta be notified. You just can't leave prisoners.
And the thing is, that's like A motherfucker just saying, yo, I'm sick. I need to go home. Motherfucker like, what? Nigga, if you don't go in there and finish at 12, you know what I'm saying?
And then you got to think she been pregnant 8 months.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Probably
saying?
left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
It's an important question.
That's what the fifth.
That's what they call it.
That's
an important question.
the fifth gonna say.
She's an essential worker. Essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of doctors, a lot of nurses, they couldn't just call off during the COVID. They had to fix the COVID or service the people who, you know what I'm saying? So I know some correctional officers personally that got frozen because there was no relief, as they call it.
Real rap, my boy.
You know what I'm saying? So you just can't roll up out of there. But with that being said, I hope they was aware of her situation. Like, these kind of things happen, and was sensitive to, like, if we're gonna have you on the job, we should kind of be sensitive to this might happen. You know what I'm saying? Just on a human, morally trying to be good side, because correctional officers, they have a union. So I'm assuming this is all protocol. You know, they have some type of protocol and some type of policy behind it.
Yeah, let me think. It's fresh mic block. Shit. How you good? You good?
So, I mean, is there a possibility that there could have been a pivot to the medical staff? Not to say it's the greatest, but the medical staff in the prison to possibly, since it's an emergency.
I mean, I imagine medical staff, the prison staff could deliver a baby. I mean, I would like to think so.
They probably adequate enough.
Yeah, shit. I would like to think
they be coming. It's not like, what you doing?
They be stitching up wounds and all that. They know what they doing there. They know what they doing. They ain't,
you know what I'm saying?
Maybe
she didn't want that. Maybe you know what I'm saying? Maybe she wanted
and that's probably why they probably like, man, go ahead down to the jaw.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, go ahead down there and see. You know what I mean?
I remember what y'all going to you know? Yeah.
She went to the infirmary. The infirmary like, yo, you got she got to go home or.
That could have been the policy to go to the infirmary first, just for what you saying. You had pain.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you just can't be like, yo, I'm sick. I want to go home because it affects the life. I mean, you can't affect the job. No, you can't. No, it affects the whole prison. You leaving affect the whole.
We gotta take some out here, take some out.
Niggas gonna be locked down. Niggas ain't gonna be able to go outside because we gotta take people from here, move them here.
Civil rights get violated.
Civil rights get violated.
Because you telling, because I'm like, oh, he left, though. You gotta stay, bro. You hear me? I know you already did double shit.
Not even that. You keeping me locked down for you because we ain't got no guard. You can be locked down forever. I'm supposed to get some time out.
I get an hour. I get an hour.
I'm supposed to get some time out
to walk around in the yard. I get an hour, but if you don't have adequate enough staff,
can't let you out.
That's fault.
Yeah,
that was bargained by the prisoners. Like,
shout out John Jeremy.
One person being gone can mess the whole your whole system up. You know what I mean? Because they already made up for the person that they knew was sick that called and told them I ain't gonna be there today. So we already got somebody filling for him to make this system work.
You have no idea.
If you at work
on a Saturday night Saturday afternoon
around 6. Now probably like Friday at 4:30,
like 2 o'clock.
No, it'd be like
you'll start hearing contact primary. There are 3 overtime positions. Then another hour. Contact primary. There are 6 overtime positions. Everybody calling out. They filling these positions, but they calling out.
Mm-hmm.
But I can tell you so many times we get locked down like don't even matter.
Yeah.
There's one dude overseeing
both pods.
Both pods, you got people sleeping on the floor already. That's a violation of civil rights. Shout out JT. Already. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the joke said, I got stomachache. What? Between them.
Got tummy.
You will lose everybody by yourself.
This is real. I'm all in.
I was like, everybody, yeah.
I'm going home tonight. I'm going home tonight, man, with everything I came in with. I'm going home tonight. Man. I'm sorry, y'all.
That's gonna be hard.
At the wrong time. You like, oh no.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, we locked this round. We don't know how long.
Yeah.
So they adequate enough staffing.
Well, maybe I mean, wish she wouldn't have been at work. She had to go through that.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Nah, because they gonna do their investigations and all that shit now. All them times she called out
All that's gonna come to light.
because she set her stomach and all that shit. They gonna be looking.
Lights outside.
Yeah. Man, they gonna be looking into the doctor, man. Did she actually come here? She called out, said she had to go come here. Did she actually come? Oh no, look.
Oh, they
Nah, you know she suing today.
Yeah, we lying. Yeah, you was lying to us on these dates. So why should we ever believe you on this date?
That's weird.
I hope that don't.
Yeah, they're gonna try to besmirch her name.
Yeah, absolutely. Exactly.
Besmirch her name.
Exactly. So moving on. I'm gonna preface this question like,
Before we go further,
Mm-hmm.
shout out to my sis Liz Cole.
I was just reading that.
Delaware DOC, definitely notorious for human rights violations, but we can't stick together to do something about it.
gotta pull a Montgomery, Alabama on
Story.
Oh, can't do that on everybody.
Can't do that on everybody.
No.
Nah.
Very few and far between.
Shout out to sis Liz with that
Poignant observation.
With that
Yeah,
note.
I think it's
Maybe we have to do something on that. Maybe throw that on the docket. Maybe dive into that.
That's why they snapped down.
yeah, that's why they was killing them.
Yeah.
Hanging you niggas.
Make the doc.
Chopping them niggas up.
Dive
Burnt
into
them up and everything.
Yeah,
Frying them niggas.
that. So I'm gonna read this story, and it could be a, park the car or I don't give a fuck. I'll let y'all decide.
That's good.
Wayne Brady announced Monday that he identifies as pansexual and is embracing the journey of self-discovery.
I don't even know what pansexual is.
That's a good question. As someone who gets to bring joy to others daily on TV, it's been ironic that I don't experience it as much as I'd like. He wrote in the caption, I advocate mental health for all, and a part of that is self-transparency. In doing my work, I've come to see few truths, one of them being that I want to be free to love whoever I want. This truth makes me pan and part of the LGBTQ family. Scary as hell to say out loud, but here it is. The people I admire the most are the ones brave enough to be themselves unapologetically. This shouldn't shake anyone's world, but if it bothers you at all, that's your business, he continued. I was so afraid of having my manhood questioned, but screw that. A real man in my eyes isn't afraid to be honest and happy. From now on, I'll be over here living my best life. Cool.
What is a pansexual?
Pansexual is someone free to love any person how they are, whether it's transsexual, gay. It's another leaf on the tree of the LGBT community that keeps changing daily. You know what I mean? Because of course, okay, they don't want to say it's gay, right? Because technically, if you love a transgendered individual, it would be because if a man is transitioning into a woman, then for all intents and purposes, that person isn't gay, they're transsexual. So you can't call Wayne Brady gay because that's offensive to them. So with him loving a transsexual person, they created a new categorization for somebody that likes that type of person, which is a pansexual.
Wouldn't that be bisexual too?
Because no, not necessarily, because it's not strictly a man or woman thing. It is a trans, and that particular category includes transsexuals.
Right.
Bisexual would be a man loving men and women, but a transsexual, they're not looped into that category according to them. To you, absolutely. Absolutely. And me, absolutely. And I don't know about you, but it sounds like absolutely. It's too many categorizations to me.
Well,
Being bisexual.
well, I kind of understood I was like, okay, well, if he was just to love gay men, he would just be gay.
He would just be gay.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, nah, I might like a lesbian woman. Okay, would that would make him bisexual.
No, I also love transsexual.
Right. I might like a transsexual.
That would make you biased. That's what I'm saying.
That would make
That's all.
On a basic level, yes, but we're not talking about basics when we're talking about the LGBT community. They have sensitivity to their pronouns and things of that nature, and with that comes different groupings and terminologies.
All right.
In terms of how they want to be grouped.
I would say, well, whatever they're identifying as is what they are, and I'm assuming they're identifying as man or woman. That would make it bisexual. But I guess there are some people out there who are still identifying as transsexual and not a male or female. That's what I'm saying. I thought they all was transitioning either one way or the other. So you're not a transsexual. You are a transition man or a transition woman. So that would make you on a side to me. But I understand if they say if it's transgender, I'm like, but I feel like,
Here's their actual definition.
Gotcha.
Transsexuality is the sexual orientation that refers to the attraction of people of any gender identity. Gender identity meaning transsexual, gender or biological sex. So you can love transgenders, gay men, gay women, bisexual men. Pansexual people may be attracted to males, females, transgender people, and those who identify as non-binary. Pansexual people may also call themselves gender blind, meaning that gender and sex are not determining factors in their attraction. Pansexuality is different from bisexuality, which means being attracted to more than one gender.
Oh, you said, read that again, the last part.
Pansexuality is different from bisexuality, which means being attracted to more than one gender.
Cool. I ain't mad at you, Wayne Brady. I'm glad you can be the best Wayne Brady you can be. I ain't mad at you.
You're gay, Wayne.
You only get one chance in this earth. You ever the fuck you say you are, Wayne Brady. I don't give a fuck.
It is a very thought out way to say I'm gay. Because
I think he said
you're messing with you're messing with a woman with a penis. Who is a man, transitioning to a woman. So she's a man at that point, a biological man. But semantics.
He might like a woman who transitioned to a man, but they ain't got the penis yet. They ain't got the penis yet.
Solid.
He's like, I want some of that boy pussy.
Oh, wait, whoa. Holy crappers.
So that's what I ain't mad at him, man. You only get one chance on this earth.
I don't give a fuck
I don't need
about you, Wayne Brady.
Yes. That was
I don't give a shit about Wayne Brady. I don't give a shit about anybody's sexual preferences.
Yeah.
I don't give a
Why
fuck.
don't you make a news conference and say you heterosexual? That should make waves. That should make headlines.
I don't think it will. Nobody know
It
me.
should, though, because it's the exact same thing.
But nobody know me. Wayne Brady is a very popular rich guy.
If you were a celebrity, just man. By the way, man, I like women. Because essentially the same. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Like,
well, you'd be surprised how many people care because it's not just regular heterosexual. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he's not the norm, motherfuckers gonna judge, motherfuckers gonna talk. But there's people like me or us who don't give a fuck. Cool, Wayne.
You know what's crazy about that?
You can put that out squeak on the check-in.
I think I get that all the time. Like, you ain't gotta come out. Just be who you are. I don't really give a fuck. And the people who do, they don't really matter. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, I think the one reason why a lot of people come out anyway, gay, lesbian, transgender, bi-curious, pansexual, whatever, I think they come out for the strength in numbers. Not saying they need the strength in numbers, but for other people who aren't living their truth and scared to come out, it empowers them more to come out because you have a community behind you. And we clearly stating we're a community. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get that part where you said, all right, cool, you can be gay or lesbian and not say anything. And some people will support you. But if you come out, I know you will have the pure 100% support of the LGBTQ pan.
Bring your tools.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring your tools, nigga.
Yo, that nigga just, did you just wave at us?
shout out to the
You
bros.
doing like
Man.
this?
Shout out to the bros.
He said he gay. He said he gay. Pansexual.
Shout out to the bros, man. Bro, yeah, I mean, Wayne, I don't really give a fuck, bro. I mean, do you, man, and be happy, man. Just
We already knew you was
man.
gay.
We already knew you was different.
Yeah,
Y'all knew
he
you
was
was different.
gay. Bi, gay,
So, fuck it.
Peter sexual,
Yeah, okay.
In Hollywood anyway, man. Most of them Hollywood motherfuckers, man. They
dumb sexual.
yeah, they
Wait, dumb
that's
sexual.
yeah, they
It is.
do shit, man. I don't-
It is.
Dumbass sexual.
All that shit is a thing.
Just rock
That's
out,
it.
man. You ain't got to broadcast the shit. Just you got to broadcast the shit, man. Just rock out, man.
I see. It's all a thing. I don't know. I ain't know what fucking pansexual was.
Well, now you know the pansexual.
I'ma forget
The
tomorrow.
growing list of
I'm gonna forget tomorrow.
yeah, because it's
That's what you don't give a fuck. It ain't about shit.
Yeah, I think
the
he
growing
did,
list of
Fuck it.
terminology in that community, man, is just mind blowing.
Man,
yeah,
shit.
I think he did it for other little pansexual kids. Oh, I could be
Well, I have a little
crazy.
pansexual. Yeah.
Y'all see Neo snap it?
Neo. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that shit.
What do you do? What real fast? What do you do?
You want me to speak on it? Or you
Yeah,
got
go ahead. Go ahead.
So a motherfucker, he made a post saying that he don't agree with letting your kids make a decision about changing their gender. Right?
Hardly 100%.
I lied to Dwayne Wade. He didn't make his name. I'm just using
Yeah,
that
we know
as an
his
example. You know what I'm saying? Then his publicist went on Twitter or wherever
Almost 9 o'clock.
and said, "Yo, I apologize," like in his name, right? So he came back and said, "Listen, I don't apologize. That wasn't me. I said what I said." He said, "I don't mean no disrespect to nobody. If that's how you took it, I apologize that you took it like that, because that wasn't my intent. But I stand by what I said. I do not agree with kids, with adults allowing their kids to make that kind of decision that's going to change their life. Period, point blank." He said, "If y'all want to cancel me, cool. Cancel me. That's how I feel." I agree with that. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I
I'm
agree.
not mad at that at all.
That's fair.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think he's done nothing wrong.
You can't even drive a car without consent.
But you can say whether you're a girl or a boy, you need to change your sex organ.
Nah, you can't. You can't make that. Nah,
Hell,
not at my house.
Well, I'm like, you can't do that in my house, but I ain't gonna tell you can't do it in your house.
right.
You ain't gonna be in your house no
What you
time
doing in your
soon.
house?
You ain't gonna be in your house no time soon. So
No,
well, we nixing
what I'm
that.
saying is,
We're nixing that.
like I've always said with Dwayne Wade or whoever else would do, I'm like, that's your house. I'm not gonna tell you how to raise your kids.
Mm.
You ain't gonna tell me how to raise mine.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Now, like I said, I can't afford my kids that liberty at that age. If y'all gonna do that, feel free. So, man, some parents of the kids cuss all young, drink, smoke, all kind of crazy stuff. But not me.
I'm gonna say this.
Not me.
I'm gonna say this. I think sometime in the future, what's going to become of this is sometime in the future, right? Some parents going to allow their kid the liberty to do this, right?
Mhm.
At 14 years old or 15 years old, they're going to turn 30.
D Wade already did that shit.
No, they're going to turn 30 and be like, "I never wanted to do this," and there's going to be some sort of malpractice, some sort of grievance or some sort of suit against the. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because you're making a child make a life-changing decision, and at a point where technically we don't really their judgment we don't allow them to make those type of judgment decisions in other crucial areas of life. But you're letting them make a life-altering, body-altering decision. This ain't a piercing or a tattoo.
True.
Yeah.
You're allowing a child to it could, let's call for what it could be, temporarily changing genders, at least from a physical standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to come a time where there's going to be a landmark case where some kid is going to turn 30 and they're not going to be happy with a decision that they made at 15 years old.
That's a
And do what?
possibility.
So who?
Yeah. So
They're going to sue the parents. They're going to sue the parents. Is it going to be successful? I don't know. But I'm just saying that's what's going to
They
happen.
let you be who you wanted to be.
yeah.
Right. It sounds simple. I mean, it sounds very simple, but that's what landmark cases are.
And one thing I think I know about this is they don't just let people kind of change genders or willy-nilly. You gotta go through significant
I'm assuming there's some psychological counseling and things of that nature.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because a lot of this stuff is funded by the state and all this kind of stuff. So they be like, if you do this, you ain't gonna come back. Right. So we want to know if you really in, the mental state to do this. Because it really ain't no coming back. Not like you said down the line.
How do you judge the mental state of a 14, 15 adolescent?
Brown.
Their emotions and hormones are all over the place. So that's wild in itself.
Yeah. But I am not the one who allowed people to do these, type of things with their children. But like they said it, like they get children, we ain't saying it. We just allowing you to say it or do it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't come back a little bit later on down the line, or you're gonna have to judge the climate of the judges and your peers and all those people down the line if you want to bring this back into court for some type of legislation or some type of lawsuit. So I'm sure that they do some type of. It ain't just you want to be you want to go from girl to boy. All right, cool. Next week we got you. Don't happen like that. So they are putting forth some things like, yo, we really want you to understand that this is a life-changing decision you're making here. Whether how old or young you are, this is the most life-changing decision you ever go.
You would allow to give them that power at a time when we don't really value their judgment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We wouldn't give that judgment any credence in any other area of their life. Why give it? This is the most serious thing.
Those are the type of things, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, where are the sliders at? You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, if you can make that decision at 14 and you can't drive till you're 16, you're like, well, you can really drive if you're 14. They just say it. You feel what I'm saying? Just say you can't. It's just really all the
some can, some can't.
It's all the stuff is arbitrary. You ain't a man or a woman till you turn 18. It's all arbitrary. You ain't a man or a woman till you turn a man or a woman.
There's no laws against being transgender. There's laws against driving.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You should be able to drive at 14 and 13. Like if you
if you pass certain tests and protocols, but that's not how it is. It's but also driving is not.
Oh shit! The hard way.
Damn
it, man!
Wow. Legislation is in place.
Wow.
Right.
This is why.
When you say the hard way,
Because we got this. You got this. It's straight to the point.
Driving is not a life-altering decision. It's a privilege. It's more of a privilege. It's not a life-altering decision. You're not gonna change physically getting behind a wheel. That's the physical ability to drive a car. Some people can, some people can't. It takes people longer. But you're talking about physically altering your body. I'm pretty sure there's people that regret tattoos and body piercings and shit like that.
But see, you can't regret that. You always speak about it. You can't regret it. No, because I don't know how open this discussion can be. We might get banned.
We didn't get banned last week. We ain't gonna get banned this week.
I'm not sure of the person's name. I have an inclination of the name. So there's the gospel singer, maybe I don't know, maybe some type of
Pastor, entertainer, or something.
And he was in that group, and he said, he's no longer like that. But in my
He's been delivered.
He's been delivered.
allegedly.
I mean, let's say
he had cancer.
let's say hypothetically,
Okay.
he has been delivered.
Okay.
And that's not. He don't fight them demons no more.
True.
Even if they're demons, I don't even know if they're demons. Well, he think they're demons now.
Wherever they are.
But yeah, let's say he's been delivered and he's moved on. Sometimes you just can't return you can't rewind the hands of time.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't.
My stance is, and I'm not a part of this podcast and no affiliation at all. you can't be ungay. So as the years go by, because you've done that.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't not be that. You can't.
Once a killer, always a killer. He's just a reform killer.
Yeah. Well, no.
No, you're a reform killer. You can't take that off your record. I mean, well, technically, I mean, in the sense of you can't undead the body. You've killed, so you're a killer. You're a reform killer, just like you're a reform homosexual. That's the only thing you can be at that point, right? I no longer participate in those acts. Yeah, I no longer participate in those acts. You just don't perform homosexual acts anymore.
But you have. He's saying now, if you've been gay for all of your life, and then you
No. If you've been gay for one night.
Oh.
If you've been gay for if you was overly horny.
That's all it is. Overly horny. I've never been that horny.
Because
Overly horny, folks.
you know, from a heterosexual.
Close that door, bro.
Let's go, yo.
Once you cross that line,
Load
you
it up.
go over there, and this ain't got nothing to do with no religion or none of that. This is just mankind. This is people. Once you make the conscious decision to say that or try that,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ain't no
you can't turn
Yeah.
that back. You can't say, "Damn, that was a bad decision." People have, as Will said, people have killed people and shown remorse and got some reform, but it's kind of hard to say, damn. I mean, you might be able to say it was a bad decision, but damn, hold up, man.
Right. So the good brother saying it's really you really ain't curious.
Yeah.
If you was curious a long time ago,
Curiosity would be an a collection of male porn. Once you act on it, now you've crossed that line.
Yeah, because that you like that.
yeah, if that's what you like, that's just
Yeah, that's what you like that.
right. You like
Yeah.
So if you like doing it as opposed to participating in it, what is that? Because like you said, once you perform the act, but I haven't performed the act. I'm literally,
So you just said if you just
the dude just gotta in his spare time, like watching it. Yeah. Some would say, well, I'm not gay.
But you're gay to yourself because you're not going to tell your homies, yeah, I'm going home and watch gay porn. Then that's not going to be a
You not gay before you gay. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Forever. You gay forever.
But it's only
It's only
him being gay to himself.
I mean, that's cool too. But you're gay forever.
Yeah.
But you're gay.
The underlying theme is that
You can't change that.
I'm assuming you will, by watching all this, I'm assuming you will want to try it. It's at least turning you the fuck on.
That part.
I'm assuming you will want to
That's
try
why
it.
That's why I said one of them extra horny nights.
horny night.
Extra horny nights.
Oh, shit.
Disclose all the information about all this guys sitting here. But we've never been that horny.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey man, let's move on, man. Let the record reflect. I've never want to be that horny. I'm never gonna be that horny. Listen. I've never been that horny. Listen, I don't even know that kind of horny, and I think I'm pretty horny. I've never been that horny.
I've never liked dudes like that.
Keisha Brown.
I don't like
Yes.
dudes like that. Love dudes, but not like that. Never have.
So listen,
I'm like these hairy motherfuckers.
That's not to take away from what that community has going on.
Yeah.
Everybody has their view.
Yeah.
It's their own thing.
Yeah.
I don't judge. It is what it is.
Yeah.
This ain't my team.
I don't want to hear about it all the fucking
Some of
time.
them I have to embrace. I don't have to, but some of them I embrace, I should say.
Right.
Because look, listen, that's your thing, man. Do
I
what
ain't-
works for you.
Right,
Right.
Do
I ain't
what
mad.
works for you,
Right.
That's
Do
real
what
shit.
works for you.
And I'm gonna be at the parade. I'm gonna make it work.
What the only thing stop you from being in the parade?
I'm a first responder.
Call him sick, man. You gotta call him sick. That's some bullshit. Hey, you gotta call him sick, man. Man.
I'm not available. Moving on.
Okay.
In an ironic twist, listen,
That's fair. Shout out Rah-Rah. That's fair.
check this out. In an ironic twist here, we all know that Mary Giuliani is famous for what? Him creating
The RICO.
RICO laws, right?
Mm-hmm. About that.
In an ironic twist of fate here,
Asshole.
take a wild guess at who is implicated in the new Trump RICO case.
If I had to guess, I would say ex-Mayor Giuliani.
That bitch in
Fucking
Georgia
hell.
going Rico crazy.
She going crazy.
She going Rico
And I'm
crazy.
glad you mentioned that because she is the person that brought the RICO case against Young Thug.
What's her name? Phony Williams or something
Oh,
like that.
Lord.
She's the one that she is. Young Thug, the Rico, you the Rico.
Phony Lewis.
Yeah, Phony Lewis, man. She hit.
For people like that. I can't get it now, but next week.
But listen, Straight out,
Yo,
though.
she's smacking niggas.
so just because we touched on actually clarifying the RICO, maybe what was that, like 10 or 12 episodes ago, we clearly outlined the RICO, and so just as a refresher, and what's going on with Mr. the Orange guy and his buddies. The felony charges filed Monday against former President Donald Trump in Georgia are unlike any of the other 78 charges he was allegedly and already facing in 3 separate cases around the country. The grand jury in Fulton County charged Trump and 18 of his allies under a law more commonly known for its use against organized crime, but that has far broader implications. The state's Racketeer, Influence, and Corrupt Organizations Act, better known as RICO. The grand jury indictment, which lists 41 counts, included 13 against Trump, follows a 2.5-year investigation by Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis's office and alleges a criminal enterprise that prosecutors say had the goal of overturning the state's 2020 election result. You may be asking yourself, what are RICO charges in Georgia? Georgia's RICO statute is considered to be more expansive in scope than the federal law which it is derived from. In Georgia, prosecutors are able to point to a range of organized or related attempts to engage in predicate acts or predicate crimes, which include everything from violent crimes such as murder or arson to false statements and obstruction of justice. The racketeering statute does not simply look at a single crime. It tries to look at the big picture of view, said Morgan Cloud, a law professor at Emory University. In order to prove racketeering took place, Cloud said prosecutors must convince a jury beyond a reasonable doubt that at least 2 of the racketeering activities are related in terms of method, purpose, or victims. And in Trump's case, Cloud believes the most important of those would be in related to terms of goal or purpose, which was to overturn the 2020 presidential election in Georgia. It has to not just be one separate isolated event, but a series of interrelated actions, Cloud said. In order to convict under RICO, prosecutors have to provide and prove beyond a reasonable doubt that there is an enterprise, which can range from a corporation to an informal group of individuals who undertake a criminal actions as part of a shared goal. This is why Trump is not the sole defendant charged for orchestrating the enterprise under the RICO statute. Multiple Trump allies, including Trump's former attorney, Rudy Giuliani, and so-called fake electors, supporters who signed an illegitimate version of the state's electoral college vote, have also been charged for their roles in the racketeering scheme.
Solid.
So the other participants, in addition to Trump and Giuliani, the indictment charges John Eastman and Kenneth Chesebro, conservative lawyers who authored legal memos for Trump, Mark Meadows, Trump's White House chief of staff, Jeffrey Clark, a former Justice Department official, Sidney Powell, and Jenna Ellis, a conservative lawyers who push baseless claims of voter fraud, and 11 others accused of various other roles in the alleged scheme.
Personally, I don't believe until I see it, Trump going to jail. Because I would love a nigga to do some time. I don't believe until I see it. Straight like that. That nigga is slithery, dog. You hear me? That nigga is slithery. That nigga keep video on him. Nigga be like missing. That nigga is with it. I don't believe until I see it, man.
Yeah, especially on a RICO.
Straight like that.
Me too community. I mean, he's got multiple things going on with he's got rape charges across state lines.
Man,
He's had a million rape charges.
They got it. Leading the polls for Republicans.
That part. Ain't that
for the president? Yeah, for that presidential candidate.
Crazy. He listen. He want to be a martyr, man.
Leading the poll.
Listen, on some real shit. He likes all this shit. He likes all this shit because it makes him a martyr, dog.
His fans don't care.
They don't give a fuck. When I said about a pussy and he got elected, I knew it ain't matter what the fuck he do or say. Nobody cares. He said I can shoot a motherfucker on the 5th Avenue and get away with it. He ain't lying.
He wasn't joking either.
He ain't lying.
He's got a lot.
He's not going to jail.
It's one Trump supporter.
Always. At least one.
The crazy.
That's all you did. It's more than that. Yeah, they know that. That's how they know that.
Donald Trump.
But I will say this.
The thing with Donald Trump is he's got federal charges and state charges. Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that people are kind of looking at, they trying to get him all wrangled up in the court while he's out on, stumping and trying, campaign to be the president again. Mm-hmm. So, and one of the things they're looking at is they don't want him in power because he can then empower people to either give himself a pardon or empower people to give him pardons or appeals. One thing that cannot happen, he can appeal, he can appoint people in the federal cases that he has, but he also has state RICO charges as well.
He also has state supporters. So this is a waste of America's time and money.
That's what I just said.
It's not really a waste. I don't think it's a waste. It's not really a waste of America's time.
RICO laws were created because of the loose the broad net that it casts.
Let me say this one thing, and then you go ahead. So it's kind of like this. Y'all know me. I've been here out of first, right? So let's say this. Let's say every time I went to trial, one of you guys sitting right here running this podcast was in my jury. I'm not going to jail. Ever. I'm not going to jail. Point blank, I'm not going to jail. That's the joke. I'm not going to jail. Trump don't even know who's going to save him. He knows he's not going to jail. But guess who else knows they ain't going to jail? The people gotta keep him solo, man. I can go, man. If you go as president again, then that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, he ain't gonna find a jury of 12 people that go convict him.
We all be on the same page.
You can't find 12 people that don't know Donald Trump.
What?
Not in America. How can you have an unbiased jury?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He know that though.
No, that's what I'm saying. They try to charge him with so many things because of all these things is going on. I ain't saying he's going to jail. I don't think he's going to jail. But I think they trying to wrangle him up so he can't. Like, come on, man. Your president ain't got court today. You know what I'm saying? I think they try to wrangle him up that kind of way.
They know him. They support him.
Yeah, every time he gets charged, his numbers go up.
This is what I'm saying. So why you keep bothering?
Like I just said. That's fair. That's fair. But I think they doing it, and I think they trying to do it. I think they're trying to do it in so many ways to try to be like, come on. It's got to be some type of way where you can't have the president has a court date every Thursday. And that's what I think the justice system is ultimately trying to do. I think they know that he ain't going to jail. It's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But I think they're trying to get him to not run for president again.
For them Hicks, doing right.
For them Hitler fans.
He's cool. He's different.
Oh.
He gets the people going.
It's provocative.
He's the cool white guy.
Go.
He's the cool white guy. Yeah, he's cool.
All you do is crack jokes. He's crack jokes.
So shit.
Like, man, I don't give a fuck. Like the real shit. But I think they're trying to trip him up. Like, yo, we can't have our president actively.
Nah, that's what that's what he's saying. And that's the same.
They care. That's what I'm saying. They care, obviously, because they wouldn't be going like this.
No, you should care because you got to get your check. When you get you're supporting this trial, man. You are. You're supporting this. Yeah, because they're paying for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's big time. So this is way more money than what they do to me. You know, it costs me to go to trial. It costs them to take me to trial, to say. Mm-hmm. So but you got to pay for this because now it's a federal level. So every American that gets up and go to work
coming out your pocket. Coming out your pocket. Straight like that.
So let me ask this question. So let me ask this question. Hold on, let me ask this question.
Definitely know that.
So as far as the feds are concerned, will we be in agreement in saying that if it's a federal level situation, right?
Okay.
Is the success level, you're shaking your head. Don't matter. Just it don't matter.
It don't matter.
The success level is at an all-time high for unlikely criminal.
So a fair case is a fair case, though. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
No, it's not. This is different.
No, it's not.
I mean, we'll see. We don't know if it's
Fair
different
case
yet.
is not a fair case.
We don't know if it's
the
different.
people.
This is a unicorn.
Yeah, fair case.
We'll find out. Because the president has never. Let me take a look. Has the president ever been brought up on RICO?
No. This is new. This never happened.
But has a president ever been brought up on federal charge?
No.
Not RICO, but federal charges. Because I think was it Eisenhower?
No.
Or Truman? One of them did have a federal case. One of them.
This is where the confusion comes in. Let me tell you about the people that's going to judge him. They're not federal people. They're me and you. That's called to jury duty in a federal court. People, government officials. They're going to be judged by people on your peers. Trump has a lot of peers.
He have a couple people that he ain't doing. I believe it.
So it's no different from the state when it comes to Donald Trump. Donald Trump is somebody that people like.
Yeah, he ain't no regular guy. He ain't no regular guy.
Yeah, but he is definitely a unicorn. His case is a unicorn.
Now, I guarantee you, he won't have an all-black jury.
Ever.
Nah.
See, when you
People don't go to jury.
He still might get off.
Black people don't go to jury duty.
It's always one of them. It's always one of them things.
I said that was one of my first on fires. That was one of my first on fires, man.
So it says no historical precedent for the fact that a former U.S. president has been indicted by the federal government, specifically for 37 counts and 7 separate charges concerning his handling of classified documents after he left the White House. Compounding this challenge is the unmistakable political reality that the former president, who is currently the leading candidate to win his old job back, is facing the prospect that the U.S. government, which is currently led by his chief political adversary, could imprison him.
How many teenagers grown now when Trump got in office? So you know how many more supporters he have now that can vote legally? Who's gonna keep him out of office, man? This is a fiasco. This
Wait, what is it? Wait, what is it?
This is a fiasco.
It's a fiasco.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yo, he in the league to win, man. Like, they don't give a fuck what he do. Man, we like you.
No, he's gonna listen.
Man.
He's gonna win the Republican vote.
That's what I'm saying. Yo, he like he brought that Obama. We don't give a fuck. He black.
He's going
Vote for him. He black.
Yeah.
He like, yo, I like him. I like that nigga. Yeah, I like that nigga.
That's real.
They're taking a lot more money out of you guys.
Ain't nothing to do about that, man. Ain't nothing.
Like, yo, they treat him like how we treated Obama. We don't give a fuck. He's black. He ain't black. We gonna vote for him. He black. They like, man, I don't care what y'all say. I'm voting for Trump.
Ain't shit I can do about it. And I be trying.
Democrat.
Well, I'm not even a Democrat, man. I'm an independent, so to speak. Independent.
Moving on. Phil, I know you got something for us.
Damn.
We going there. You said we had a packed field night. It's still
What
early.
the fuck is going on around chill, man?
So
I don't think he's going to jail though.
Ever.
we're gonna see. We'll see.
And it's
Donald
like,
Trump.
ever it's like,
The whole office. What are you talking about? Tripping there. Come on, man. He's gonna be the president.
Yeah, he's gonna be the president again.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, Biden ain't gonna beat him.
Applications way right back.
Biden ain't gonna beat him.
I disagree.
Biden ain't gonna beat him this
I
time.
think so, man. I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough people out there that's sick of his shit. I mean, that's cool with his shit. I think it's still enough
I don't think
people
he's
out
gonna
there
win.
that's sick of his shit.
I think
it's gonna be close
in
again.
2020 that motherfucker sick of his shit.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna win.
2020.
He'll win the Republican vote, but the presidential vote.
He's not gonna be the president.
I'm an independent, but I ain't voting for him.
He's not gonna win, bro.
I ain't voting for him.
If Biden win the Democrat vote, he will beat Joe Biden this time.
Okay.
Nah,
Well,
I don't think
They
we're
gonna
about,
elect
we're
Biden
about to
president
see. The
again.
good thing about it is we will see.
They won't listen. They listen. I'm gonna just throw something out there.
In closing,
They think Biden gonna die.
That's fair.
And forbid
That's fair.
that black lady step up to be the president.
Hey, yo, he's
And
still.
forbid that black lady step up and be the president.
Science, man. What's wrong with this guy, man?
Because we got so far away from the discussion so fast. Because what we just said is he's not going to be the president. That wasn't the topic of discussion. The topic of discussion was him dealing with these federal people and going to prison. So one thing we all agree on, if we didn't think we was agreeing on,
He ain't going to
he's
jail.
going to be there. Because he's going to be on that podium.
Yeah, Donald Trump
I
won't
don't
win.
think, I'm telling you,
I think Donald
man,
Trump won't
they
win.
don't think.
We all agree on something.
Listen,
He said he's going to be
yo,
I think he's
nuts.
going to win the Republican.
They can't. They listen. They don't. Joe can't win and then have to step down.
Damn it.
And that black lady gotta be the president.
Joe gonna be 91 years old, man.
That's what I'm saying.
90,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Oh my God, that's the best we could have came up with was Joe Biden and the Democrat. The man, 80-something years old.
Well, it was either him or Bernie Sanders. So, what the fuck?
I was talking Bernie Sanders, but no. He like, come on, America.
Voice.
Like that's what. Fuck it. Give me the blue pill. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna knock him off this time.
You think so? I hope not, because he's an asshole.
Oh, who will knock him off this time?
Donald Trump gonna knock Joe Biden off this time. They gonna knock him off.
He's
They mad at Joe. They mad at Joe.
we gotta move.
All that
We gotta move
Ukraine
along. We gotta
money.
move along.
You know what Donald Trump would have said to Ukraine? Get it on your own. He would have sent billions over there.
It's out of here, Fox.
So listen, ex-NFL player Michael Orr shocked the Blindside fans this week after revealing in court papers that the Tootie family of Tennessee didn't actually adopt him, contrary to the 2009 film's dramatization. Oscar-winning film, might I add.
How about that?
Or alleged Leah Ann and Sean Toohey convinced them to sign documents nearly 20 years ago that gave them conservatorship over him, providing them with the ability to profit from his name and likeness. The conservatorship continues today, but should be discontinued going forward, either claimed in legal documents. Sean Toohey said this week that if Orr wants to end the conservatorship now, the family would, of course, be willing to end it.
That nigga broke.
Yeah,
He broke.
that's what I was thinking.
Dang.
What is a conservatorship, you ask?
He is.
He broke. Yeah, he
What is
broke.
it, conservatorship?
Yeah.
Under Tennessee law, a conservatorship is a legal proceeding where a court strips the decision-making abilities from someone with a disability or someone who cannot make decisions on their own. A conservatorship includes transferring that decision-making ability to someone else, a conservator, or a group of people, conservators. One of the most famous cases involving a conservatorship in recent memory was that of singer Britney Spears, who lived under a court-appointed conservatorship from 2008 until 2021.
Shout out Grand G.
Because conservatorship,
Check your messenger.
because conservatorship laws vary between states, it's difficult to determine how many people live in conservatorships across the country. ACLU attorney Zoe Brennan Crone told CBS News in 2021, when speaking about the Spears case, she added that they are often granted when an individual encounters difficulties or age-related disabilities. So you might be asking yourself, conservatorship versus adoption.
Who that, Jaden? She's like, gonna bust some rhymes. She said she rap. She says you rap.
Hey, yo.
He broke though. Yo, he was an all-pro. He could have been handled that. He been grown for a minute.
That's my thing. My thing is, it's fucked up they took advantage of him at 18. Because at 18,
was that taking advantage of him?
it was. Because at 18, I didn't know what a conservatorship was either. I'm sure none of us in here knew what that was, right? That we didn't know the difference between adoption and conservatorship. I had no fucking clue. So yeah, at some point, it's fucked up. But at some point, nigga, you was in the league for a minute. At some point, you got to educate yourself and know right from wrong. You feel what I'm saying? The movie made 300 mil. 300 mil. He got nada. At some point, you got to say, whoa. Time the fuck out. What is going on? You understand what I'm saying? So you're going to be a victim for so long, bro. And then you got to start feeling sorry for yourself and make a motherfucking move, bro. Straight like that.
Yeah, he broke.
What if the time when he found out that motherfuckers was screwing me over was last year around Thanksgiving?
I mean, yeah, it is. But
but
that's too long. That's too long. You should have been found out, nigga. That's what happened when you put motherfuckers in charge of your money. And you ain't paying attention. That's bullshit.
Well, first of all, there is some fraudulence in this. If people are putting forth things to you that they know you don't understand, because if you are supposed to be allegedly supposed to be in care of these people, you're supposed to be explaining all this stuff to people. You feel what I'm saying? So if I am confused about what's going on, it's because you confuse me.
Okay.
Second of all, when we enter into this agreement that I don't even know about, you have made agreements with people that really, if I knew that you had my conservatorship and had control over my decisions and to make all this money, I may have chose differently. You, not only did you know that and were supposed to explain that to me, being the conservator of me, and you benefited from that, you are the sole person responsible to give me all the fruits of my labor.
Okay.
Not hold them for yourself and extravagantly spend them on your meetings.
He was a seed, obviously.
He was the seed. So what I'm saying is, it's not just because I didn't know. It's because you're supposed to be telling me.
Obviously. But at what point is it your responsibility though, bro? At what point is it your responsibility to know what the fuck is going on with your bread and know what the fuck is going on with your life? Well, at 18, absolutely not. How was he now?
I don't think
40 something.
40 something, and he just found out in November? That's bullshit.
Now here's the thing I'm speaking on. If it's exploitive, you always owe what you owe. Like, oh, you exploited me.
Okay.
How do I know you exploited me? Because you nefariously left out that you didn't adopt me, and you waited 3 months until after I turned 18 and kind of gave me the idea that I was being adopted, but it was a conservatorship.
Cool.
When you supposed to be telling me, hey, this is a conservatorship.
Cool.
It seems like not giving me the option.
You didn't notice you wasn't getting no money? You didn't notice your money was doing that? Come on, man.
No, here's the thing I'm saying. When people tell you, no, this amount of money didn't come in, and it did, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you look it up, they say we made $60,000 off of the blind side.
I know better than that. How the fuck he know better than that?
Well, there's wait, let me set some light on that to answer that question specifically. Well, maybe not answer it, but possibly provide some context to that question. Yes, he is. Yes. There's a medical for it, because let's read the conservatorship meaning. Having a conservatorship meaning also plays a role in a person's finances. A conservator or co-conservators typically have authority over the finances and personal affairs of the person that they're overseeing. Others argued in this petition that the Tweedy family generated millions of dollars from a book deal and from the movie The Blind Side, which stars Sandra Bullock and Tim McGraw, because both projects were based on his name and likeness. Now, remember, there is a condition as far as conservatorship is concerned. Under Tennessee law, conservatorship is a legal proceeding where a court strips the decision-making abilities from someone with a disability or someone who cannot make decisions on their own, such as a minor or someone with a disability. Which one is the case here? And I think it might be. It could very well be both. It could very well be both.
Now, and this is what I'm saying. I'm like, yo, if I made this, they publicly said that we only made $60,000 and we had to split it among 5 people.
Who believed that?
Well, because here's the thing. Because here's the other thing. The children are also, his siblings are also named as conservators.
Right? Okay.
His siblings are also named as conservators. And they have gone on publicly to admit, yes, I've profited as well off of this.
Well, that's not true. Because the son said, I didn't make anything off of this.
No, that's not the point.
The son said, right. I did not make anything off of this.
I would say that too. I say that too. I say that too.
You're supposed to say,
what's the likelihood? What's the likelihood that he didn't know?
Well, I know he did. They had to say we didn't make anything positive because they knew that if we say we made $100 million, we have to split it with him. Not even split it with him, but they don't.
At what point do you have to accept responsibility, though, bro?
What I'm saying is, if you nefariously thought that you agreed to something that they said was one thing and turned out to be the other, which is what he's implying.
So you ain't been checking on your money ever at all, ever.
They say they didn't have any money.
Who cares what they say? It's your money. That's what I'm saying.
To answer your question, yes, that is reckless and not manage the money.
But did you hear that? Did you hear that he was a person that they deemed as someone that qualified as someone that might not be able to make his own decisions?
And that's not true. He was a little further behind than me and you because his whole life he was moving. He was in foster care. He failed first and second grade. So he might have been as smart as me and you. That would make you dumb. But
let me ask you.
He didn't know that.
Let me ask you a question.
But that's what
Right. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's broke. I mean, we speculating that.
So don't make you slow. you should still be checking on your shit. That's what I'm saying.
That's it.
He had a whole lot of
There's a hold on. But there's a whole ESPN special 30 for 30 called Broke of individuals that wasn't checking on their money. It happens. There's a lot of people. Shit was okay. Okay. But also there's a level. There's a common theme with individual. It's not about you feel sorry for you.
If you ain't checking on you, goofy. Period.
and we can medically classify him as goofy.
That's not. No, that I disagree with that.
I think that's part.
They classify him as goofy.
Of course.
And there's a level of trust there too with your conservator. These are his quote unquote.
That's his conservators. That's not there.
That's even worse.
He thought, but he was 18.
Well, what's the truth?
At 18, we don't know.
We don't know the truth.
Conservator. We have no clue.
We don't know the
We just talking.
This is what's at hand. Hold on, Fresh. Hold on. This is what's at hand. A family took control of a young man's finances. There was money made off of his name and likeness. He went to the league.
Adopted.
He's a professional football player.
Control over his money. That's what happened.
This is his family. This is his family.
Allegedly, his alleged family.
This is his family.
I don't belong to him.
So what is this for? See, this is gonna be a quick.
He broke.
Well, let's see.
They wasn't giving him shit. Him being broke really ain't got nothing to do with it. It's whole money.
That got everything to do with it.
It's his money. Even if, like I said, they tricked him.
When that movie came out.
Tricked him into.
So it took him 14 years to find out that he.
He's not broke.
He's not broke. He's not broke. But he has made and should have more money in his own personal possession.
What if he's actually now looking into his finances? Like, hey, man.
They like, nah, it ain't there, Mike. And they turn around and spend all the money. And that's what I'm saying. That's the exact opposite of what the conservative could be doing. And a lot of people are at fault for letting that go on. Because a whole lot, so like, oh, that ain't how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to be, if you're making the money off of his story and off of his name, image, and likeness, all the money, the majority of the money goes to him. Now, you might be taking care of it.
So 14 years later.
You don't get to spend it if he don't say it.
14 years later.
If he didn't look, you didn't make
He knew about the movie.
Don't spend my money. My money is being made off my name, image, and likeness, but y'all are smart enough to go out and make the deals and talk to the people. But you can't go out and buy a fucking boat if you ain't buying me a fucking boat. So to everybody, the most important thing is if he's broke. So if he's not broke, then what? If he's not broke, then what? It don't matter if he's broke. Does it matter to you if he's broke?
It's not because I'm saying the movie came out in 2009. You've been an all-pro. You know what I'm saying? You've been an all-pro for years. Mm-hmm. You've been an established guy in the NFL.
13 years ago.
Why would it take you 14 years to dispute this?
But maybe the answer to that is possibly you trusted them too much. That's the simple answer. Yeah. I mean, it's not a smart answer, but
we don't have it. I can't say that. Oh man, you shouldn't believe him. Even though I'm gonna say you shouldn't believe him.
And what I'm saying, then like I said,
why did the get taken by Puffy? Niggas take advantage of people.
No, that's not the same thing though. That's just me making up a bad contract and you signing it. That's how they got took advantage of.
That's me not disclosing how much money you're making.
But what I'm saying is he was in the NFL for years. He's been all
what
pro.
Does that have to do with anything? Right, why are you screaming?
You still retarded? You still retarded in the NFL all pro retarded?
Yeah, that's the man.
No. The movie made almost The movie had a $29 million budget. It made 300.
You don't just stop being. You just don't stop being mentally challenged.
But
You just go around money.
yeah, if you're people who run your money, like I said publicly, they said they made $60,000. If they tell you that's all he made, why did he question that? Even though we didn't question that, and we would suggest that he questioned that, but none of us was around, and he didn't question it. So I can see where he was like, hold on.
The thing is, the thing that baffled me though, they said they had conservative shit. Cause I know in the Britney Spears situation, they was getting all her money. Were they getting the NFL check money? Was they getting that? Yes.
But he knew he was because good brother. What I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. I'm not a fan.
But wait, we missing a key component.
What I'm saying is, nobody's gonna do it for you, bud. Jim Brown, if they telling you all we got from this movie was $60,000.
Fuck the movie. If you got conservative shit over me, you getting my paycheck. You getting my endorsement. Where the fuck is that money at? I know what I mean. He said he
I don't think he's beefing over that.
He's beefing over this other money over here. He didn't say anything about the money with the Ravens already made it.
So he knew about the conservative shit. He knew about it.
Yeah, but you don't know everything that's going on. People make side deals.
That's how people get ripped off.
Side deal.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why you're worried about it now. Just for the same reason y'all said why you weren't worried about it then. At some point, you gain knowledge of it. You would like for it to be 13 years ago, but it's happening now. Because hold on. It's not like this is not like it's some stranger watching over your money. Bernie Kosar, his father was ripping him off for years. You don't expect that.
Complete strangers.
Listen, but listen,
They didn't even adopt him.
I'm talking about a family that takes you in, and you think they got. You're young. You're young, and you think they have good intentions. You're naive. You don't act like there's not such thing as being naive, though.
You know what? Britney Spears knew all the shows and all that. She was like, "Oh, I know I'm doing a whole bunch of shows. Now I don't know all the money that's coming in, but I know I do shows over here, I do shows over here, I do shows over here. There should be an X amount of money." And her dad and them had to siphon off money different ways. They like, shell company, all kind of shit on Britney Spears. But it was kind of easy to do it, but because they had conservative shit. But what I'm saying is, if her dad, Jamie Spears, would have said, "Nah, they didn't pay me for the show over here. They didn't pay me for the show over here. Nah, you only got
time out.
It was $8 million. You only got 20 grand for $8 million." It was like, "Oh, where am I going at?" Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, they came up crazy all his life. They are in charge.
But what I'm saying, the thing is,
money.
Britney Spears went to court plenty of times trying to get out of her shit.
Mm-hmm.
She went to court and they kept damning her. So what the fuck you been doing for 14 years, Michael Orr? You was just letting them ride. You knew you had a conservative shit. That's how he stopped from getting the NFL money and the endorsement money. So what you was doing?
I can't answer that, but I guess my question is, he's doing it now, though. Why is it now? I mean, yeah, you have, but I mean,
I just made a comment that he just broke.
Yeah, I mean,
Take me 14 years. It don't take me 14 years to get out of here.
It don't seem like he broke, though.
To get my money.
Go into this. To me, go into this because they.
But you did. Because like you said, if they not getting any NFL money, so they don't have full conservative shit, or they would get all that money.
So I don't know if they not.
The money you don't know you made. That's what we talking about.
So you ain't got no more?
Not until there's some dissent. Hold on, not until there's some dissent there. And you're like, wait a minute, let me look a little deeper into this. And you may get some independent individuals to do some things.
I fully understand if there's no adoption paperwork in America. How much money he got, how much money he don't have, then yeah, you've been bamboozled. Now, he got every right to put the paperwork in. But if there's adoption paperwork on top of the conservatorship, then what's going on with you?
That was part of it. They said they tricked him, saying the papers was adoption papers. It probably was the equivalent of adoption papers, but he was 18 years old. He said, under the age of 18, that was the same thing.
You a lottery ticket and say, sorry, because I believe you dumb, and get a conservatorship over you, and let you, and
He's making a good point.
What's that?
What he said. Because listen, I don't want that slip. So what I'm gonna do first thing in the morning, contact my lawyer.
You just throw this shit.
The conservatorship over my man. But he made a good point.
now I go do gallery shows and that. You want you
Did you hear anything we said about conservatorship?
He didn't know. So Phil, your point was that. And I told you guys what I'm gonna do in the morning. And he said, hey, because fuck that, and I do this, I do gallery shows, I do that. So Phil, your point was valid, man. So he didn't try more.
I mean, it don't appear to be. It doesn't appear to go Michael Oren.
Flash.
It doesn't appear to go
Flash. Michael Oren. We got Michael Oren in the building, folks. You know, Baltimore ain't that far. Yeah.
He's in the hour building.
We all know I got free. But listen, I can contest to this. This is a sober mind speaking to y'all and listening to us. He had one beer.
I saw one.
I opened it up.
You gave it to me.
All you supposed to give it to me.
Shit.
I understand how a person just became Uncle Willie,
Right. Well,
Mr. Honor, because of the moose neck. So now look, we can tie it back into the first conversation we had.
yeah.
The first time your uncle
Be your boyfriend.
Shut it down.
No. We got bigger discussion.
What we talking about?
So listen, it's a glorious occasion, man. We had a glorious occasion over the past week, man. Hip hop turned 50. You know what I mean? Hip hop turned 50 years old. We all grew up, you know, in that particular arena. We've watched it mature, and we contributed to it, you know, loosely. As you can see, we are in a music studio, so it hit a little different for us. It hit a little different for us. The reason why I was saying, you know, hold on, table that discussion in reference to Melly Mel and Eminem, because we're talking about a legend and for all intents and purposes, let's call spade a spade. It is what it is, a future legend, a future quote unquote Hall of Famer, as far as hip hop would be concerned. Because Eminem is probably gonna be a future Hall of Famer. We're not doubting that.
Easy.
So we're talking about two Hall of Famers, a pioneer and probably a new trailblazer, for many reasons. And that's one dynamic of hip hop. But just the initial thoughts, man. Your initial thoughts on hip hop as a whole with its 50-year anniversary right now. 50 years of this, man. We talked about the museum last week, the plans for the future museum, which is a grand undertaking in terms of celebrating hip hop as a whole. But right now, we just talking 50 years. Your observation of 50 years of hip hop.
It's a long time.
Long time.
I think
Something that was supposed to be
when hip,
a fad.
exactly.
I mean, the funny they still call it a fad. Though.
When hip hop was invented, a lot of people was like, this is bullshit, ain't gonna last, blah blah blah. I'm here to tell you that shit ain't going nowhere. You hear me? That shit ain't going no motherfucking where.
Man,
At all. That shit. Ain't nobody around here tried hip hop and tried. That shit ain't going down.
Hey, guess what hip hop is doing? Changing lives.
That's
One
true.
way or the better. You know what I mean? For
Yep.
the better or for the bad.
That's true.
The Lord Sucker was only focused on the back. I don't even know if she's still alive, but
That's a good question. I seen that the other day.
kids are getting
Down the street.
The kids are getting rich. No.
As a
Yeah, they getting
motherfucker.
wealthy.
You hear me?
Children,
They wealthy as a motherfucker.
because why?
This shit different.
Because they had a crash. Tupac was trying to tell that lady that, hey, listen, man, why you fucking with me, man?
Right.
Because I ain't fucking with you. You ain't got to listen to this shit.
Right.
Luke was trying to tell people.
You got a choice.
Why you fucking with me?
You got a choice.
Yeah.
That's real.
You got
Yeah.
You got
We on
the
something.
roses. That shit is acceptable. But now when I start talking about this, that, and
She
that,
passed away.
because they're on your folks. Huh?
She gone.
Doris Tucker passed away
She gone.
October 2005 from Norristown.
She from North
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, she's supposed to. That's great.
Yeah, that was fat.
It's the thing, man. A crab is a crab.
No doubt.
Dolores, why you trying to hit your folks?
Hey, so it went to the
Well,
Supreme
what a lot of
Court.
people don't understand.
Easy and Luke
Right.
went to the Supreme Court. Easy E and Luke.
So what is it for you, man? What is it for you as far as hip hop, man? Just your thoughts on the 50 years, man. 50 years that went by.
Oh man, that's a long time. A lot of music, a lot more music. You know what I'm saying? Because everything hip hop now, even the R&B. So, you know what I mean?
Yep.
It's gonna be a whole much more to come.
I'm with Kanye West. Fuck all this.
Oh, shit.
Where's all the money at? Yeah, I mean,
You want to know where the money is.
Motherfuckers is getting money, but Kanye West knows something behind the scenes. We not rappers. He knows some shit. He trying to figure out where's the money at. Now,
I don't-
when
I don't-
he start talking.
I don't fuck with Kanye West.
You don't
Anymore.
fuck with his music.
I don't fuck with him. Period.
You don't know.
I know enough about him to know I don't fuck with Kanye West.
Well, Kanye is out of his mind, but sometimes he makes a good point.
I don't think he's out of
I
his
don't fuck
mind.
with Kanye West, man.
I don't think he's out of his mind.
I ain't no fucking bitch. I don't give a fuck about people's money, man. Man, fuck Kanye West, man. Fuck Kanye West, man. Fuck Kanye West, man. I don't fuck with him.
Don't say fuck with him.
Yeah, I don't think he's out of his mind.
With no choice. How you gonna diss my ancestors? Your ancestors like that? Fuck him. Fuck him. Nah, I don't give a fuck about you. Better get the fuck man.
Before we go there, hold on. Let's not get off track with Kanye. Kanye West is a small portion of this thing. Before we get this is not about Kanye West.
Sure ain't, man.
It's not about Kanye West.
Fuck Kanye West.
Because if we whittle this down to just Kanye West, then we cheapen hip hop as a whole. True. Like, and so listen.
No.
So listen. They had a huge concert, man. With a huge who's who. Hey man, listen. Don't worry about me, man. Yeah, and I'm very happy Matt take over, man, and deal with you in a second, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You was? Not no more? Not anymore?
Don't say that. I don't like the way you said that.
Damn.
I don't like you.
Yeah, I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way you said that.
Shit.
So listen,
I don't like the way you say it.
I deal with you in 20 minutes, man.
20?
I ain't wrestling with you at all. You shoot people. I ain't wrestling with you.
Wait, allegedly. Allegedly. What the fuck?
But yo, but listen,
Sheesh.
you know what I'm amazed at though? Two things when it comes to hip hop though.
Okay.
Technological advances
Okay.
and the broad, like the global effect.
Okay.
How number one, okay, all right. So the accessibility of music. I see somebody say, well, you know, it's hard to get music. How's it hard to get music? Now I said, dude, you can literally turn your phone on and get all music from now and from
Anything you want.
anything. There's no going to a record store to get an album, a tape, a CD.
That's real.
You don't have to order nothing. You literally can hit a button
Mm-hmm.
and you have all the music that you want. You have an infinite library of music right now. You know what I mean? That's to me the most impressive thing. And the global reach, man. Like this started in a park.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Some creative motherfuckers, man, did some rebel shit, pirating electric and doing a party and shit. And it's turned into some shit where you said it's everywhere. Like you can't go anywhere without the influence of hip hop. Everything is influenced by hip hop.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Everything.
It's pretty much everything is stolen from. You got commercials based on hip hop culture. That culture is ridiculous, man. It's been, and to think it started out as like just some shit that wasn't even supposed to last past 4 or 5 years, if that.
Do you understand that? Do you understand that in 1973, that was just when it was documented where Kool Herc had a party inside the building. I don't know what the building is called, but I know it's on Cedar. It's on Cedar and Sedgwick Avenue, and it was sometime in August. It just passed, and all 4 elements of hip hop was in the place. And people don't understand, man. Hip hop is not just the music. People be talking about all this drill rapping, gangster rapping, conscious rapping, backpack rapping. What you got to understand is, man, the way you dance, the way you dress, the music necessarily not even with people rapping on it. The way you walk, the way you talk, who you hang with. You know what I'm saying? That's hip hop.
Like shit.
You feel what I'm saying? That people don't understand that it's just not music. It's, you know, it's people who ain't never rocked a microphone that mean a whole lot to the hip hop community. You know what I'm saying? Like for like bro to say, man, it was only 50, you know, for it to be 50 years old, but people thought it was going to be a passing fad, for it to be everywhere, to permeate every facet of every point of music, all ways of life. You know, for it to come from, like they said, pirating shit, pirating music. Nobody even rapping, just, hey, yo, I see you over there like this split. That was an MC. You know what I'm saying? Oh, they dancing on the break. That's what B-boy mean. They dance on the break. B-boys and B-girls, they dance on the break because we that cool. We don't take the corny ass part of the song. We take the motherfucking 5-second part of the song by 2 motherfucking brothers and loop that back to back so the B-boys and B-girls
Bite.
can motherfucking dance how they motherfucking dance. You can't do this off no country music. You can't do this off no motherfucking chamber music. You do this off of hip hop. They got their own dances and their own style that motherfucking way. So what people don't understand, man, yo, if you doing certain things, you live a certain lifestyle, man, you hip hop. It don't matter if you rhyme. It don't matter if you on a track. It don't matter if you got a funky ad lib. You are fucking hip hop.
So check it. So check it though. So the whole the whole Melly Mel and Eminem thing. I mean, the question was brought up: should he even be dissing Melly Mel and vice versa? Like, I don't think nobody off limits. You can respect your elders and still with his ass.
Respect the elders, though, until you get disrespected.
It's him. Well, I disagree with him saying that Eminem is a guest in hip hop, because, like I said, Eminem, he came from where he came from, but he came from hip hop. It's a culture. It's a culture. No, I come from hip hop, motherfucker. No, I don't. I come from where hip hoppers was hip hop.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I am hip hop. So you can't say he's a guest in hip hop. Now, mind you, he was the only white boy that was doing what the fuck he was doing.
White boys, white boys in culture.
But this is what I'm saying. Like that's the premise of why Melly Mel is. Man, you're a guest in hip hop, and you can only be so good in hip hop. You'll never be that good in hip hop. I'm like, nah, nigga, motherfucker, he's hip hop. Period.
Yeah, I ain't gonna dispute
now,
that.
I didn't say every white guy is hip hop.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a couple black dudes in this motherfucking country. Now, I can say every black dude ain't from country. But Jimmy Allen's from country. He from the country part of fucking Delaware. Duck do his motherfucking damnedest to try to bring him around the black people. But he's country. You feel what I'm saying? He's country. So his music and his dance and his get up, it comes out a whole certain type of different way.
I mean, I think it's all fair game, man, as long as it's done respectfully.
Hey, listen, let me say this to y'all, man. Don't let that part of it, the hip hop, get the ruffles, get your fellas ruffled, because this is the thing.
Gotta come closer.
This is the thing. Ruffled. Yeah, this is the thing. Why is he going at Eminem?
Right.
I don't want to say.
There's some insecurity there. There's some insecurity there. There's some jealousy.
I don't really want to say it. I love the origin of hip hop, but you're not relevant right now. Leave Eminem alone right now, because you know what Eminem did? He'll never live in nobody's trailer park ever again in his life. I don't care about his addiction. I don't care about the way he treated his mother. I don't give a fuck about because I guess unbeknownst to him, a whole lot of us brothers and brown people in the industry been through the same struggles and all this and all that. So now why do you can't get back on? Like, your time, point blank period, your time is over, my man. You're not gonna make a rap. You're not gonna make a rap.
Nah.
No, you're gonna have a producer, an engineer that can make somebody in this day and era say, "Oh shit, this is where this came from." It's not gonna happen.
He said it like that. He said it like he was here earlier. So I'm like, what the fuck is that, bro? Did you put me in the time machine in 1983?
This is the thing. I don't even want to hear the song.
That shit's weak.
It doesn't even matter.
I want to hear it again.
It doesn't matter. And the problem, I would listen to rappers from some. I would listen to Cool G rap.
Yeah.
If he put something out now, I would listen to. But see, I know you follow hip hop crazy. You know I'm R&B Jones. But look, I would listen to some rap. I would listen. If we could pull Eazy-E back, I would listen to Eazy-E because not because he passed away and he had a movement, and you know, and not because I was a big fan of Eazy-E, but because he was a part of the culture. And I said, damn, okay, damn. And he ain't going at nobody, but when you going at somebody, then you want to get back on the microphone. Come on, man, you 60-something years. Come on, knock it off. Oh. You can't, don't ever play the song at Fire and Ice.
It's already been played, but I'm just saying, like, he's not a guest.
It's played during the comedy hour.
And that's kind of the premise, like I said, all white people are guests.
Yeah. I think that's
you don't say the Beastie Boys are guests in hip hop.
It's not jealousy.
It is jealousy. It is jealousy.
When he be coming at you.
It's not jealousy. It's not jealousy.
It is a little bit of jealousy.
What do you think it is?
I think so.
What do you think?
Jealousy.
It's a little bit of that too.
No, it's only that. You can't hold on. So now listen. he got to be 60 something. Okay, cool.
67.
Now, if you come, huh?
67.
Okay, cool. So he shouldn't be rapping right now.
I don't say that. I'm just
No,
I don't say that.
no, y'all did say that because y'all heard the song.
No,
I didn't hear the song.
I said the song was trash. I'm not saying you shouldn't be rapping because
No, well-
if you can rap, then rap.
Yeah.
You don't like rappers that make trash songs though. Man.
Right. That is a trash song because you try to do something out of your wheelhouse. That's not your thing. That's not your thing, my man.
This is my thing. This is the point I was trying to make. If you have an issue with, if you want to be the new Dolores Tucker, and you have an issue with a certain type of rap, focus on that. Don't focus on Eminem. That's what I'm trying to say. Eminem does what he does. You know what I mean? He's white, so what? But it's only a craft, man. He embraced the culture. Now, if you want to say you introduce the culture to Eminem, that's fine. Because you know what might happen? Eminem may say, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. Fuck that. This is why you're a part of the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Don't come for me.
But here's where the problem comes in.
The problem comes in when Eminem responds.
No. Let's okay. So in chronological order, Eminem made a song addressing comments that Melly Mel made, and then Melly Mel responded to that. So that's the chronological order.
He was addressing comments that Melly Mel made.
Right. And then Melly Mel addressed this Eminem for addressing the comments that he made.
What was the comment that he made? Because I'm lost. I'm confused.
Ultimately, which we said was that he's a guest in hip hop. He's not a guest. He's like culture.
You white. That's part of the material in hip hop. You get too many props.
Hey, don't get too many props.
You get too many props for a white.
If you were a black dude, you'd just be a regular rapper. No.
Yeah.
If you were a black dude, you'd be quote unquote Eminem. I mean, or a Redman or something like that.
Can I hear Eminem song? Can I hear?
I don't want to hear either one of them songs. Both of them is terrible.
We're never gonna.
Both of them are terrible.
Listen. No.
Yeah, it's terrible. It is.
Eminem is not terrible.
I said the song is terrible.
You said.
Yes, that's the
I asked you, can I hear an Eminem song on your podcast? That's what I asked you.
Oh,
You heard an Eminem song?
oh,
I hear Eminem song. Can I hear an Eminem song?
you know what? Can we go a different direction? I mean, is it an Eminem song you want to hear?
Yes, it's a couple. It's a couple. For me, yeah, it is. It is.
Because I'm trying to figure out.
That's what we know.
Because listen, I'm with the towns on hip hop. But I'm trying to figure out, like, in my mind, now, am I gonna be riding around listening to Eminem in my car and all that shit?
Never.
Probably not. That's not gonna happen. I might listen to Rub on My Titty.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know. Huh? Give me some.
I don't want to hear that either. Hold on. I'm not gonna sit here and say that.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not necessarily gonna say that I'm listening to Pharoah Monk on a consistent basis either.
Shut the fuck
No, we
up.
wasn't listening to it on a consistent basis. We was listening on a weekly basis.
I'm me and you. Before I pop into Eminem,
He wasn't never popping.
I mean,
Because
step away from the mic, you're too cold.
yeah.
Mic fracture.
This is my thing, man. Like you explained it all. You said this is a culture.
It's a culture.
I told you shout out your country over there. With your country, where's it?
Bucharest.
They listen to hip hop over there in Bucharest.
Bucharest.
Yeah.
So listen, the
Ain't no niggas in Bucharest.
Nah.
it ain't gotta be. We didn't transcend it. We've transcended color and race and gender. It's just a thing.
Probably not.
He
It
probably
might not.
Now, I hear Melly Mel is a hater.
Meth alluded to that.
He tends
Yeah.
more to hate than to give love.
because
So-
he got on before they got on, so he didn't get the same type of money.
I think there's some side.
But what's that? That's jealousy.
It's like, yeah, that's jealousy.
It's just
Like, nigga, you was the man.
believe me,
You know what I'm saying? But how many people did this? They wanted the fucking man.
Whole
You know
bunch
what I'm
of
saying? Like, yo, what the fuck? Come on.
them. Their time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At least you had your time. Like you said, you was the first rapper inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Man, come on, you had your time.
Because you was rock and roll. We trying to put a hip hop Hall of Fame, man. You was rock and roll.
Don't push me.
Yeah.
Good. Close to the edge.
That's significant.
And you was
Extremely
sticking
significant.
back then too, man. I know what's going on. I was out there.
Right now.
Yeah, white line. Hey, man, you was the man, man. But just live off your legacy, man. Stop trying to reinvent yourself, man. Amazon.
You know what the problem is, though?
Yeah, Amazon.
He it's not that he won't live off his legacy. It's just they want even more props than giving them, because there's a jealousy in
But you gotta
terms
be
of,
involved.
well, it's only so involved you could be. How?
But you Melly Mel. You got to make contact. You got to make phone calls. You got to say, yo,
He thinks he's above that. He thinks he's
Punch him in the face.
yeah. That's how you got to ingratiate yourself with the community and the culture. He has no interest in doing it.
A new beat.
call him.
Either one. He didn't have a North Style beat. And
Call him baby. Just say, yo, let me hang out with yourself.
he could have did that, but he didn't. Sorry.
So he chose to say, I'm going at you, Eminem. Call him baby. Say, listen. Try to do a beat. Okay, don't work. Oh, no, I ain't gonna do that. Just say, little baby, look, man. I'm the origin of hip hop. Little baby may say, yo, you know what? You is, man. Yo, you with me. I'll figure something out for you.
He might.
It ain't got money. Let me figure out something for you because I'm popping right now.
That's an avenue that he could have went down.
He's not interested in that. There's no way in hell he doesn't have that level of humility to do that.
He got to humble
Let's
himself.
move on.
See?
No level of humility to do that.
He tried it.
No way, shape, or form.
He missed badly. Let's move on from Mel. Let's move on from Mel.
On the way, and it's the way down, and the young boys, they ride the way like that.
Melly Mel bigger than Eminem.
But not in the way he want to be.
Right.
Not in the way he want to be.
At all.
He might be bigger than Eminem, but not in the way he want to be.
Yeah, well, damn.
Because you can be bigger than somebody, but that might not be enough.
Obviously, it ain't
It might not be enough. You might need more hip hop than Eminem, but unfortunately, it's something that this spec is doing that's garnering your attention to make you jump out of character and out of pocket. And that's really all it is. So with that being said, man, been a night.
No, we ain't. I just got on.
Yeah, you just got on and you decided to get on late.
Hey, 1%.
Hey, look, I'll tell you this,
Get
right?
earlier.
I got a job, Phil.
I don't have a job as well.
You work at home.
Is that like some detriment to me? Like, is that like?
It's kind of like you shut down when you want to. I worked at your house.
Well, now you talking semantics. Now you just said jobs.
Well, I'm saying you're in control of your timing. I'm not.
Somewhat, to a degree.
Yeah, I know. I worked at your house for 3 weeks.
To a degree.
I know. I don't have that luxury. I get off work, I look like a beat down slave. You understand? I don't have that luxury. So I can get here when I can get here.
I get here when I get here.
Huh?
I get here when I get here.
But we ain't gotta leave until we time. Yo, listen, we ain't gotta leave.
Oh no, I'm not sitting on this thing all night though.
No, my baby gotta leave because hey, yo,
I'm not doing that.
Listen. You're never not leaving after the job fresh. When the job, because this is your second job. When your job is over, you're going home. You don't have to worry about that ever again. You're going home. Because I don't be up them type of hours. 2:30 in the morning. I get the call and I wake up in the morning.
We're still on. We about to get off though. We're getting the hell out of here. I mean, we gotta leave. We just getting out of here.
I'm trying to get some breakfast, man. I'm trying to get some motherfucking money. I want to be. What's that little boy name that you?
Soldier Boy, that's another. Nah, that's another nigga that want more credit than everybody giving him. every 2 years he get angry about how much credit he's not getting.
He's never he doesn't deserve no credit, but I applaud the kid for what he did when he did it, because he took off.
He's the digital master.
Yeah,
but what he wants us to do is he wants us to build a shrine to his
listen, shout out. Yo, shout out to Soulja Boy. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, man. You got NBA out there. You got the other boy out there from Chicago boys out there. Hey, listen, man, your parents is doing some other things, man. So look, keep making them beats, man. And you ain't gotta rap no more, stay on Love and Hip Hop and all that shit, man. And get your money how you get your money, man. Don't worry so much about being in the front of the culture. You're a part of the culture. You're a part of the culture, man. You're a piece of a history because you did the woo with how you Superman now.
Superman.
That was my song, man. I was fucking with you, man. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, me and you ain't the same. I'm a real gangster. Me and you ain't the same, but I was fucking with that shit. You know why? Because the bitch was fucking with that shit. So when the Superman at home, I said, yeah, I'm a Superman at home. So I'm gonna always remember you for that. But in your Love Hip Hop shit, you could do what you do with my man. What's my man? My man from God name. What's his name?
Teddy Riley?
Teddy Riley. I know you be fucking on this door and all that shit, right? Hey, look. So you did what you had to do. You bust into the industry, man.
Literally bust into the industry. Literally.
Don't upset the rappers in the industry, especially not your peers. Because them boys is up tempo, man. I'm telling you, them niggas on some other shit, man. I'm telling you, that boy NBA, he think a little bit differently from other people, man. He might be on what he on, but just keep. Okay, look, this is how it goes. Salt and Pepper did some shows and shit, not too long ago. So you always can do a show, cause I'm coming. I'm gonna do the woo. Don't worry about the music part of it and all that shit. Just wait for the call, and somebody gonna bring you on because you had some hits. I talked about the shower, and I did that song. Yeah, I listen to that too because the bitches liked it that. So you like my man R.I.P. Shorty Low. You like Shorty Low had hits. Shorty Low had hits. Now, it doesn't matter if everybody liked it, but he had it. Now, I'm going to sign off, man, because these guys got to go home. These guys is married. And they got to go home to their ladies, man. I mean, because they want them home and shit like that. And Fresh is definitely going home. I don't know, like, if I got to, like, if me and him both gotta walk down 273,
Fresh out of here. Out of here, bro.
Okay.
Take us out of here.
We're going together this time. You have a chaperone. Fresh needs a chaperone.
We live in the Fire Nights podcast, man, and there's certain moments that you have when you do these things, and I think it's more the moment.
These guys came from Woods of Delaware. Where were you from?
Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's fighting right now? Who's
Man, it's your boy